Hi boys and girls, today I'm going to show you how to subtract from a number that has zeros in many of its place values. I'm going to show you how to subtract in standard form, but I'm also going to show you how when I regroup certain base 10 blocks or certain place values, the value of the original number actually does not change. So even though I'm going to change around these place value digits and I'm going to cross out and rewrite them, this number is still going to be 4,000 here on top. So I'm going to show you that over here. So right now I have 4,000, no hundreds, no tens, and no ones, just like I do over here. When I start subtracting, I always start in the ones place. And right now I have 0 ones, take away 2 ones. And you can see I have no ones, so I can't take away 2 ones from no ones. So what I would normally do is go to the tens and regroup, but I don't have anything in the tens place either. So normally I go to the hundreds. And again, I have nothing in the hundreds place, so there's nothing there to take away from. So lastly, I'm going to go to the thousands, which I see I have 4,000, so I can actually regroup that 4,000 into hundreds, tens, and ones so that I can take away. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start with regrouping the thousands. I'm going to regroup one of those thousands into hundreds. Wow, look at that. And I'm left with 3,000 over here. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hundreds, which still makes that 1,000 that's missing from the thousands place value. So let me show you how it works. I'm going to go ahead and cross out my 4,000, and I'm going to regroup it. I'm going to take 1,000 out, so I'm left with 3,000, and I'm going to regroup it into 10 hundreds. So again, this number has not changed. It's still 4,000, even though it looks like 3,000. But there's 10 hundreds next door, which makes it that 4,000 still. Okay, this still does not help me over here. So I need to continue regrouping. I need to get some of those hundreds over to the ones. But before I can get them over to the ones, I have to start with the tens. So I'm going to take one of those 10 hundreds and I'm going to regroup it into tens. If I take 100 and I break it apart into tens, how many tens do I have? 10 tens are in 100. So again, I'm going to show you we still have the number, and you can see down here, 4,000. 3,000 plus 9 hundreds now, and then another 100 over here that's in a 10, which makes this 10 hundreds, which gives me 1,000, plus 3,000 gives me my 4,000. So now I'm going to show you. Again, I'm going to take away one of these hundreds. Oops, I did that a little too soon. Let's try that again. Before I can give to the tens, I have to take away. So I'm going to take away one of those hundreds, and I'm left with 9 hundreds. And I'm going to move one of those hundreds over here into the tens place. I can't just put a 1 because I'm talking tens. So I need 10 tens to make up for that 100 that I just took away. Okay, so now we have 3,000 plus 900 and 10 tens, which makes that 1,000. So 1,000 right here plus the 3,000, we still have this 4,000. Okay, so I'm still not done. Now I can regroup the tens, one of the tens, and I'm left with 9 tens. And I'm going to take that whole 10 that I took away, and I'm going to put it in the ones place. Well, I have 10 ones now over here. Okay, so again, I need my ones over here, so I'm going to regroup one of these tens, and if I break that 10 up, I have 10 ones. Now I can actually take away. No need to cross out this 10 once because there's no other place value to the right to regroup it into. So now I can actually subtract. So 10 ones take away 2 ones gives me 8 ones. 9 tens take away 4 tens gives me 5 tens. 9 hundredths take away 8 hundredths leaves me with only 100 there. And then 3,000 take away no thousands here gives me 3,000. So I'm going to start from the right, 1, 2, 3 place values, and add a comma. So I would read this 3,158. If I wanted to check and see if my answer was correct, I could use inverse operation. So I'm going to move over here a little bit. Oh, where did we go, Mrs. Engel? If I take my inverse operation, I think of it as going in reverse. If I take 3,158, starting at the bottom, inverse, reverse. The inverse operation of subtraction is addition, so I'm going to add. Going upwards again, 842, I'm going to add, making sure that I line up my place value digits. 800 goes in the hundredths place, so I have to put that right under that 100. 40 goes in the tens place, so I got to squeeze that in the tens, and then 2 goes in the ones. Okay. Make sure we draw our equal sign, and now we're ready to add and check. So 8 ones plus 2 ones equals 10 ones. So I'm going to go ahead and regroup it. Since I have 10 ones and I can't put 10 ones, I can only put up to 9 ones here. I'm going to regroup it as a 110 and 0 ones. Now we have 5 tens plus 4 tens plus 1 10 equals 10 tens, which actually is 100. So 10 tens, so we have 10 here. So 1 in the hundreds column, 0 tens. That makes 10 hundreds. That's why I regrouped it. So now I have 800 plus 100 plus 100 equals 10 hundreds. 10 hundreds, there's a 1,000. 3,000 plus 1,000 equals 4,000. And I can tell that this got me my answer. Notice how it's in the reverse. We start from the bottom, 3,158, minus, so we switched it to plus, 842, working back up, and we end up with 4,000. So it works in reverse. Inverse operations show you, it's a great way to show that you're correct and check your work to see if you are correct. I hope you enjoyed my video and understand a little bit more about how to subtract when you have a number with many zeros in its place value digits. Have a great day.